Hey everybody, I hope you're having an awesome day. This is Money Manifestation Challenge Step 2, Video 2. This is all about visualization. So step number 2 is to visualize what you want, why you want it, and what you're going to do with it. So that means that you want to find a nice quiet place to do this visualization. You want to then a couple of little notes underneath that. You want to get as specific as possible. Go into every minute detail. Tap into all of your senses during this visualization. Teal says if you are imagining a house you want to buy, then, see the carpet, see everything, look in the kitchen, see the light coming in through the windows, everything like that. Number 2 is make it believable. So have it something that feels good to you. If there's something that you're imagining and you're like, no way, this is so far out of reach that it doesn't even feel good, really, for you to think about it. It doesn't feel possible. Then, okay, make it more accessible. Scale it down to something maybe smaller that feels good to imagine. You want to be able to have fun with this visualization as much as possible, even though it's going to be a new thing that you're doing. So there are going to be some learning curves, for sure. Little gnat on the camera. Okay, the other thing is that you want to ask why you want it. So tap into that why. I find it helpful to connect that back to your own happiness. So you might discover that you wanted something out of a pure ego reason, and then you might realize you don't even really need it. If it's something that you feel would really be an extension of your happiness, and go for it. So I am blogging about this experience, and if you want to see this all written out, I'm going to link that. I'm going to kind of try to make these videos more about sharing my experience of doing this. So it's funny because over the past few days, I understand that I'm out in the country, I get it. There are bugs everywhere. But it's there have been certain ones just kind of seeking me out. Driving in the car, huge grasshoppers hopping in through the car while I'm driving onto me, freaking out. As a passenger and a driver, having flies just really seek me out. A lot of gnats. It's just funny because I was trying to do this visualization, and it's what better place to do a visualization than a hammock, out in the countryside in this beautiful weather, laying out there, and I could not. I was getting super attacked by bugs. So I went inside, and I have to say, there was more challenge to this than I thought that there was going to be. It was challenging for me to visualize, first of all. That's challenging. And, but honestly, I was able to do it without too much trouble. What the really core of everything was for me was doing this on YouTube and blogging about it and everything. It's a very public way for me to change my paradigm. Money is something I had not allowed into this new paradigm of creating my own reality, and it started freaking me out. I just started thinking that I'm gonna seem nuts to people, and it reached that point of fuck, am I nuts? Am I nutty? Am I saying you create your own reality because I'm delusional? And it's even as I was thinking this, I could tell that it was my fears all coming up, so I wasn't really believing it or buying into it. But even that alone was something to have me kind of panic. Send my ego into that panic of, I don't believe that there's, such a thing as you can do it all for naught. I don't think that's true. I think everything is a growing experience. Everything is learning. You're expanding in every moment. But somehow I still thought that, or I felt really is more accurate, that it could be detrimental, or, I could be publicly shamed. And I think really this was more the fact that these were all criticisms I had in the past of money manifestation. Honestly, when I saw that I was going to do something about money manifestation, this part of me just wanted to roll my eyes so bad and so dramatically, because it's money manifestation, I used to think it was such bullshit. And there are a lot of things out there that are really scammy and not cool. And so yeah, having come from, you know, seeing those or just my own biased perspective in the past, that was really shut down, it was really difficult for me. I was like, at a certain point, I was like, God, should I keep doing this? And then I was like, heck yeah. And then I ended up getting so much love and so much validation just when I needed it from all the right people and feeling really good. In my blog, I wrote about a dramatic dream I had, so that was amazing. I had this awesome dream where I ended up, anyway, just go read my blog. I don't want to make this video super long. And I also write in my blog about how I got offered a job yesterday. So I'm new to this area. I obviously don't have a job. Part of what I'm doing here is relaxing into myself because I've been so nervous. Even while I've been here, I have to keep reminding myself, like, it's okay to be happy. It's okay to relax and be happy because that is when I'm creative and that's when I'm open to possibilities. Every time that I start worrying, you know, I get constricted and I start looking at the clock kind of like, okay, how much time do I have? I gotta make this happen. And I do trust that I can make it happen. It's funny because the job offer that I got was at a restaurant, and that's something that I have confidence in, you know? I know that that is not my ideal, but I know that I can make money in a restaurant. I've done it. But I definitely have to not turn into somebody I'm not, but go into a different mode that is not my natural mode. And that's okay. But I came out here in part to kind of go to a different place and expand my horizons and expand in general. And so, you know, I was like, it was cool. It was really cool to get that reflection of like, okay, like that's what I'm allowing now, you know, I'm confident in that. And it was cool to just have this offered to me. I did not ask anything about it. It was just like straight up, somebody was like, hey, you want to work here? Like we're hiring. And that was really neat. So I do expect that that will be happening on a much more, on a scale that is much more aligned with me later on. So, alright, Mr. Fly is coming back again, so I'm going to sign off. Have a wonderful, beautiful day. And, yeah, check back for me for step 3, which will be happening in a couple days. Alright, love y'all.